Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to LEGO Harry Potter, years 1 through 4. Let's continue the story. We just started year 2. We haven't made it quite to Hogwarts yet, but we should do it probably in this cutscene. Again, they're doing the comedy right in the cutscenes. And it looks like the little gremlin there blocked our way from getting to Hogwarts. Was that intentional? I don't remember this story. I don't know if the plot of the bad guys was to give an evil book to Harry Potter and then stop him from getting to Hogwarts so it would take him out, or if it was to give the bad guys gave him an evil book and then the goblin was trying to help, so he stopped him from getting to Hogwarts, which would have put him in more danger. And yet he still made it to Hogwarts, we see, and so he is in danger. Of course, it wouldn't be much of a story if he didn't make it to Hogwarts. And I once didn't make the bus to going to school and decided, instead of doing anything about it since my parents were already at work, I decided to just roll over and go back to sleep, and I said, well, I'll get it tomorrow. And about halfway through the school day, the school called my parents and said, where is your kid? And they were quite upset about it. They saw my decision as the wrong one. I figured it was just a practical thing. What's missing one day of school? So I have to make a strength potion here, so we gotta find the pieces that are necessary to make that potion. So I'm running around hitting X. I'm actually typing X, if you can hear, quite a lot compared to the number of times he's actually firing his magical bolt of light. Let's see. I think I can now assemble a skeleton. So, well, it would be rather funny if Harry Potter didn't make it to school for an entire season and everybody was saying, where's Harry? Why isn't he here? So I can't hit those fairies. And I can't levitate those fairies. We've got some other characters running around in our way, getting zapped on occasion. There's another piece. Very, very old-fashioned Lego game going on here. Just run around and hit things, and that will work. See, here I'm hitting these fire lanterns, and they're not changing or lighting up, and they're not even Lego pieces, which is rather strange. Get that out of the way. We can see 2 characters to unlock, right there. Hitting every single one of these lamps gives us a 3rd character. Particularly for the Harry Potter series, there needs to be a whole wiki of Pottermore's website, I believe, does this, but I haven't actually looked at it, so I don't know. where you could go and see who is Angelica Johnson and what is her role in the story. If the game popped that up and like really engaged us to learn more, that would be very nice. There's the last piece. And I'm almost 100% sure that you need dark magic to get to this one, and you need whatever takes out fairies to get to this one. There's some rather interesting characters in the Harry Potter movies that I saw that kind of only showed up for a second, and I know in the books they had a little bit more of a story. But you could probably write a short story about every single child in some sense. Like, I would love to think that in the Harry Potter universe, every wizard has this amazing adventurous life in which they do something that is grand. That I could easily see that there is no boring life when you're a wizard. Certainly they all somewhat show up at the end of the Harry Potter tale. At least a lot of them do. But I would love to think of them as the Hogwarts version of the Greatest Generation. And it kind of makes sense too, because everybody who had anything to do with the previous generation seems to have done massively impactful things, whether for good or evil. Let's see. So we have to go back and learn something new from the plant. Now, I thought the screaming of these things killed people, but maybe it's only if they're fully grown or something. In this game, they just kind of make you grab your ears and you have to get away from them. So destroying this thing did almost the exact same thing last time we were here. So I want to just run around and break things until we get those magical earmuffs. And it seems like the magical earmuffs only protect against the screams of these plants and nothing else. Because I imagine there were several things that if you didn't hear them, you'd be protected from them, several spells and such. Now I can grab this guy and break glass. And I'm supposed to replant these things, I guess. And I'm making my friends suffer here. Didn't quite get it in the right place. Come on. Apparently I can't grab that one. There we go. Switched over to the cape and... There we go. So now we have the Mandrake handling unlocked and we get a gold brick, which is nice. We've only gotten 20 of 200 for this game. which kind of goes to say that there's 400 when you play both games back to back, the years 1 through 4 and the years 4 through 7. So I don't think there's much else that needs to be done here. I just kind of need to figure out how to get out. Is it right here? It's this doorway. That was kind of difficult to get out of that area. So we feed this plant. And then do we poison the plant? Well, apparently I just keep feeding them stuff. Yeah. There we go. And that destroyed that plant and did nothing else. Interesting. You'd think that would give me a gold brick or something. It's a real good example of why I need the red bricks that will just point out where to get all the collectibles, because there's enough extra things going on here that I could spend way too much extra time looking for collectibles. Here's a great example. Or in this area I could go hop on this and try and fly all around following these studs looking for something, and I may very well have to follow the full path, or maybe hit these things. Nope. Let's see. Doesn't seem like there's much of anything there. And that's its own little separate area. Ideally, you assume that at some point they plan for you to be able to fly around all of Hogwarts, and it would just be this open world castle. Let's see. So we need mandrake handling, which... So to do mandrake handling, since everybody is stuck there, there's this one guy taking pictures of me. I imagine he's a character that many Harry Potter fans would recognize. So you have to find a closet, jump in the closet, come out with the headphones. So we're still not in the level, by the way. Let's not forget that. This is simply the open world section being used. Let's see. If I come over here and break this, that's 1 of 5. And let's see where these guys don't drop the podiums with the screaming. So that's a lot of walking at a very slow pace to use this. 2 of 5. Three of 5. Here we need dark magic to do that. I think there's one behind there, but I need to find back there. So that's 4 or 5. I believe there's another one back this way. Maybe not. So it's up to you whether you want to do this now or whether you want to do this later. Or I suppose you could never do it. So we have the Hufflepuff boy unlocked. There we go. So they're happy for that. See, that's a green key that would be needed, and I'd have to be able to hit this thing. There we go. Saved him. Student in peril saved. But let's move forward. Down this way. And where are we going now? Here's the ghost. The ghosts have a tendency to show up in the middle of a room if you get a little lost. Certain rooms at least. So we're going back this way. And now we need to get through the glass. And we couldn't do that before. Because we didn't know how to handle magics. There's the security guard that we snuck around. Although I don't think he's particularly a bad guy. Notice he's wearing something different than the standard green headphones. Whereas there's another character, Lee Jordan, unlocked. And hitting these other two. I think you actually have to hit these as a character that looks like this. So a guy with a beard and no hat, and a guy with a hat, I believe, is what the indication there is. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making that up. Again, we'll see. That's 1 of 6. It's a slightly annoying sound, even though it's not that loud. Particularly since I turned down the volume. But I don't see several others of those hidden somewhere. Is this one right here? No. So I won't bother to try to find the other 5 of those items. Shatter the glass and open that gate. Oh, they're all over here. Good. That makes it actually easy. 2 of 6. 3 of 6. 4 of 6. 5 of 6. And where is 6 of 6? Come on. Seriously, game? I'm so close to being done, and you're gonna... 6 of 6 right there. Good. Ernie McMillan. Was he the photo guy? And you have to... come back to where he was. I wonder... I guess there was probably an ability to pick him up as he was running backwards back to his place, and I just didn't catch that ability because I was on the wrong spell. So we're spelling a giant H here, and H is for Hogwarts or Harry Potter or what? And C. Hitting all those plants and growing them didn't seem to really do anything. And that's a silver thing I would have to break later. That's a dark magic thing I'll have to do later, so we just move forward. So this is like a famous wizard author who everybody idealized, even though he's not really that smart. Or he proves himself not to be really that smart. And he's teaching them to take care of fairies. I think there's probably an argument you can make here that the wizards of the Harry Potter universe are very bad followers, if that is the right term. They seem to be easily enthralled by whatever seems to be the in thing. That they're really, really interested and obsessed with Harry Potter. They're really obsessed with this guy. That they're really all into the same kind of candy from one candy maker. It's a smaller community too, but there is something to be said about a lack of diversity of popular things. And of course, you can't really create something as big as the real world in even 7 really long books, or 8 really long books. J.K. Rowling certainly did a good job of that, but you can only do so much. Eventually the reader's imagination has to fill in the difference. So, I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why that's not working. It clearly says at the top left you have to hit B to do these blasts. I also hit my microphone pop filter, so hopefully that wasn't too loud of a thing. I bumped it with my thumb. One more. There's all kinds of studs around here, but I don't believe there's actually anything more that can be done, and we're still not in a level. It is really weird how this turns about. So we've unlocked Immobilis now. So in the second year we have gotten our first spell. I imagine we'll get potentially 3 spells in the second year, and then have all the spells by the end of the 4th year. And I think they give you different things in the other years. Things that aren't spell related, things that are more related specifically to characters or items the characters have, or knowledge the characters have. So here's the trail of spiders moving things that have been shrunken. Then somebody has written something on the wall and frozen the cat. The night watchman's cat. He poked him in the eye with the cat's tail. So something foul is afoot. Where are we gonna actually get into the level? It's been 25 minutes and we haven't even started the level yet. That's the weirdness as it goes. See, I could now do like a Mobulus if I wanted to on these guys and get items and put together spells, but that's all kind of unnecessary right now. Instead, we're doing another Quidditch thing. All the flags are up where they were before. So they're trying to put us in an area that we've been to before to show us all the things we can do now. But it's also kind of repetitive. Let's see. We need to find the thing. There it is. Find this wardrobe, jump in it. It feels like the Lion, the Witch in the wardrobe to jump in a picture. There is a series that certainly could do for a Legofication. That series in particular of the Lion, the Witch in the wardrobe has not ever successfully really been done. There's too many stories that aren't that interesting, and because of that, they try to make movie versions of it, and they do one or two of the stories and then they stop and they never get to the end, and they always start with the Lion, the Witch in the wardrobe, even though the Magician's Apprentice is chronologically set before it even. And I believe it may have been written before it, maybe not. How do we get these? How do we get these brooms to hover? Let's see. There we go. I assume I can miss a couple of these, otherwise this would be really difficult. See if I jump off here and release this. What happens? It seems like in Quidditch there are several different like size and colored ball things. Maybe that is the case, maybe it isn't. I'm not trying to spend as much time. Oh, I guess I could have just walked in here. Maybe that's what I needed to do. So finally we get into this level, and we're doing the Quidditch level. Are we actually going to play Quidditch this time, or is it just our friends are going to run around the stadium like they did in the first time? was rather ridiculous when these movies came out and people started trying to play a modified version of this game because they don't actually have flying broomsticks, and it became somewhat popular and got reported on it way too much. Oh, so it really is just the exact same level as what we've done before. So let's not take too much time here. Let's try to hurry. The exact same concept here is being very lazily reused. Let's see. Maybe that's because the exact same thing happened in the game, but I don't know. Even if J.K. Rowling wrote in every story a Quidditch game, that doesn't mean that needs to be where the level is. When making video games based on other media, all the nuance, all the good ideas come from deciding what you show as a cutscene and what you turn into actual gameplay. And often you put gameplay in parts of the story that aren't even mentioned, or mentioned as casually as one sentence. A great example of this is Shadow of Mordor. Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor is what it's called, I believe, where it's sort of set in the Lord of the Rings universe, but it really has no connection to anything that actually happened in the story of the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit. It takes place in its own little side universe, so it has the same feeling of it and uses the same kind of creatures and general concepts, but it is its own separate thing that's very creative and adds something to it, to the tale, instead of just replaying the tale as we've seen it already. So we still don't really know what actions I'm taking do what, but mostly I'm just fighting Dobby here, this golem or something. We're running around trying to shoot him. Quidditch must be an incredibly dangerous sport, and it is certainly depicted as an incredibly dangerous sport. If every time somebody tries to kill Harry, they wait until he is playing Quidditch to make it look like an accident, where nobody would question it. And if in the Harry Potter universe, they have the ability to heal people practically from anything, which both lowers the actual stakes of the gameplay and the danger, and kind of is ridiculous on top of that. That should be enough. One more hit on Dobby. I'm doing a lot of things that I'm not sure matter. There he is. This is a rather short level again. Just going to get that out of the way. And now we hit the immobilist and get these fairies to go away so that the bridge connects. think I have to hover him. There we go. And that's 35 minutes total because the level itself is so short and you just run through it. Even if you're looking for all the collectibles, it's not gonna double or triple the amount of gameplay. See, and Harry gets injured. Looks like he broke his wrist. And then they just try to fix it. I'm rather happy to say I never broke any bones as a child in school or any of that, and so that's rather nice. Interesting. We're still in the level. I don't think I could have particularly handled that very well, and I think you're probably better off not breaking any bones, period, if you can avoid it. So we need to do the spell, which it looks like it might be the same spell we've done before, but I've got to figure out how to get into the wardrobe. Okay, she can... The lady here can do spells that we don't have. That explains it. But... So... As we run around here, let's see if there's anything else she needs to do. So they even have a name for the nurse. There's Dobby. We already knew he was called Dobby, but that's only because well, actually, I think even if you had watched the movies, you would have known because he says his name. It is rather strange that this is one of the games they didn't have voice acting in because of just this game being based on a book and having quite a lot of dialogue in it. And this is more a dialogue thing than it is an action story, and it's heavy on the characterizations and all. We're breaking all these things for... I don't actually see a reason. Let's just figure out where did we plant this plant to get rid of it. Oh, it doesn't even have a place to plant it. Interesting. Alright, well, this is part of the potion. And then this skull hovers to the skeleton. I have to sit here and watch the skeleton dance. Kind of funny, but kind of going on a little long. That's another piece. And now we need a spider. Where are you, spider? Where are you, spider? It looks walking everywhere.
Huh?
It must be under one of these beds. Maybe it's this here that hits the spider for us. Do I really walk out this direction? I guess I do. This feels like an extra section, but okay. We'll see. Toss the spider thing out this way. Yeah, it feels just like they've added. We would need a key or something else. But no, this purple thing, I think, is what we would. Yep, that's what we were looking for. Now we have the spider. Usually collectibles for things like this aren't in the next room over. Throw it in there. So now it's been 42 minutes with all the running around in the overworld. It's gonna be rather hard. There, he just jumped through the barrier, this privacy curtain. I think it wasn't supposed to be there. But yeah, it's gonna be incredibly difficult to schedule these episodes since they wildly vary between 18 minutes and 42 minutes. That is going to be weird. Finally, we beat the level. Finally. We don't really need to sit here and watch the stud total go up. We get another gold brick for beating the level. We get probably another gold brick for doing some other things if I had actually done those other things. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.